Hello, friend. Thank you so much for joining me over on YouTube. I just want to give you a quick heads up that the training that you're about to see was originally recorded via Facebook Live over on our Facebook page. If you like what you see and would like to learn more, make sure you join us over on Facebook for weekly tips and tricks to help you grow your direct sales business and work smarter, not harder. All right, friends. So let's dig in. I want to dig in. What we want to talk about today is some easy peasy ideas for last minute holiday sales. So I just want to plant my flag for just 1 second that it is okay if you want to take off some of December. I am a huge fan actually of taking off part of December. Okay. After your shipping cut off, you've been working really hard. And if you want to take some time off, feel free, like literally feel free to do it. Okay. But you may also be looking at it and going, well, I haven't quite hit my goals. It doesn't look like I'm going to hit my goals. Maybe you had some cancellations. Maybe you weren't well prepared for December. Maybe whatever. Or maybe you just want to have a consistent income and you're like, I need the whole month to make that happen. Well, I got good news for you. Okay. I'm going to give you some ideas of things you can do to kind of put in your back pocket, implement quickly for those last minute sales in December. Okay. So this is going to be like a big fat brainstorming sesh, but I want you to just walk away with some ideas to kind of get you thinking and planning so that you can actually execute these. So number one, and this is what I think a lot of people miss, is market last minute. And what do I mean by that? In your captions, in your products that you're talking about, in your lives, everything like that, I want you to market last minute. So that means create a sense of urgency. Okay. We always, when you think about it, right? When we have virtual parties, when you do in-person parties, there's always, when do people normally order? It's normally towards the end because there's this sense of urgency. The party's closing, I'm leaving, whatever it is. Like there's this sense of urgency. When we open up enrollment for something, there's always a sense of urgency at the end, right? Because there's a deadline. When do we do a lot of us do most of our Christmas shopping like a few days before Christmas because there's a deadline, right? How many of you pick up like birthday presents for a birthday party on the way to the birthday party? I've done that before too. So there's this sense of urgency. So we want to make sure we're putting that into our language, into what we're sharing. So get this before the holidays, last minute holiday gifts. Did you forget so-and-so? Like use that in your language as you're talking about stuff in your VIP group, on your business page, Instagram, wherever you're talking this month. So market last minute, just check your language, make sure that you've got something in there. Another thing you can do is host an open house. So this could be at your home, it could be at an office, but sell off what you want to do. You can sell off in your remaining inventory, right? That's great for last minute Christmas cash. May not be volume, but it's still money. Okay. You could also offer some exclusive shopping deals. So offer cash and carry, then this other offer on top of that, you could do that as well. Another thing you could offer is some purchase incentives. So maybe they get a product with their purchase. So when someone purchases X product, when someone purchases this coffee mug, what's the natural thing that I can add to that? Sorry, guys, they're barking at something today. So what's something that I can naturally add to that purchase that they would want? And this would get them to purchase, okay? That would get them to purchase this product. So thinking about my Scentsy friends, if you purchase a warmer, you get the melt, okay? If you purchase a whole skincare system, if you sell skincare, if you purchase a whole skincare system, maybe you get a free eye cream. Like what's a purchase incentive that you can offer? If you order this thing, you get a free something. So that again, creates a sense of urgency. You only have a period of time that you can do this. And it's a great way to just bump your sales up, okay? But another thing I'll say on this one, make sure that when you're offering some sort of purchase incentive, that you go one step beyond what your company is offering. And what I mean by that, if your company is offering a free gift at $75, $80, $100, don't do that same level. Go a step beyond that. So let's pretend it's $75. Maybe I get, a free pen at $75. Well, I want to offer an incentive to get them to spend a little bit more, right? I want to go in and offer an incentive at $100. Okay, well, you get that free pen that, company is offering at 75, but when you spend 100, you also get this free thing from me. You get this bonus from me. Okay. So it's wasted effort if we incentivize the same thing that the company is offering. So wasted money. So make sure it's a little bit of a step beyond. Okay. You could also offer bounce back coupons. So Old Navy, if you guys ever shopped Old Navy does this really well. Restaurants do this really well right now. Any place that offers gift cards does this really well right now. Where it's if you buy, you know, 25 or 50 or $100 in gift cards, you get a bounce back gift card that says, hey, you can come back in January, okay, when it's a little bit slower, and you can use this gift card. So think about the same thing with your products. How can you offer a bounce back coupon? So this would be, if I spend, you know, X amount, I get a percentage off at a later date. So this not only gets you sales right now, but gets them to come back and shop, because, you know, if you offer them some sort of incentive, some sort of bonus that they can come back and shop later, they're probably going to spend a little more than what you offered them. Does that make sense? So what can you offer now that gets people to also come back later? Okay, so it creates a sense of urgency now and then gets them to come back and shop. Okay. Another thing that most people don't think about is target the spouses. Okay. So if you have a product that's targeted towards women, target their husbands, friends. Okay. Because they are literally the perfect market for last minute purchases. They don't know what to buy. So position yourself as a personal shopper. Use suggestive language. Like, if you love this, take a screenshot and share it with someone who still needs to buy you a gift. Okay. Share it. You can also share it on public spaces like Instagram, your Facebook page. If you want to share things like that in your VIP group, that's fine. You would ask them to take a screenshot. But if you're sharing it on Instagram or your Facebook page, things like that, people can literally click share and send that post over to their friends or family with what they want them to purchase. So I've done this before with my husband. When we first moved into this house, in our old house, we had a really big family calendar that was a dry erase calendar. It was really pretty and framed, and it's horizontal. Well, I don't have a horizontal wall to put this on, so I need a vertical one. And so my husband would have no clue what I wanted. And so I went on Etsy and I found exactly what I wanted. And I was like, hey, this is just a little gift idea for me. So it's a really, really simple, but you need to suggest it. People aren't always going to think about it. Suggest it in your language. Okay. So target the spouses in a roundabout way. All right. Also, another thing you can offer is ready-made gifts or gift wrapping. Again, this is easy. Whatever you can do to make it easy for people right now. So when I was in the field, I had a friend of mine who sold Perfectly Posh, and she posted and shared about these little, it was like bath bombs. It was super cute. She had packaged them up to look like a snowman. And so I needed some leader gifts. And so I messaged her and I'm like, can you send me 12 of those? Because I need those. Right. And it was perfect because she had already taken the time to put them together. They looked adorable. And she got a great sale out of it because it was last minute. It was ready made. It was fabulous. And so that's something to think about, is how can I package this up? Especially if you're doing vendor events, things like that, how can you package this up to be something that someone would want to buy at the last minute? Okay. Another thing to think about is plan events in January where products can be purchased now. So if you've got a workshop or a class that's happening in January, think about what can people order now, like that, maybe that last week between Christmas and New Year's, or even before Christmas. What can I get them to order now that will bring in volume now? Okay. And I don't actually have to hold the event until January. And this is actually a really good idea, especially if you're doing stuff the first part of January, like a class or a workshop, because you could have shipping delays because of the holidays. So it's actually a good idea to go ahead and get those orders in ahead of time to ensure that people have them in advance. So what events do you have coming up in January that may also allow you to get some volume in for this month? Another thing along that same line is reach out to your January hosts. If your company is set up in a way that you can do this, let them start collecting orders now while they're with their friends and family. They're seeing people over the holidays. Send them some catalogs, send them some order forms, make sure they have their shopping link, and then they can actually get some things done this month, but then still also have their party in January, because people still need things in December, right? And so they're probably going to need more stuff in January. So how can I again leverage those things that I already have? Okay. Fundraisers, vendor events. Don't forget about these, you guys. There are lots of holiday events still happening. Call around, ask around. Also talk to organizations. You know, Christmas and Thanksgiving, this time of year is when organizations get a little stretched financially. So make sure that you're reaching out to them. Hey, can we do a quick fundraiser to help you with blah, 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 right? To help them cover those things that they're working on during the holiday season. Another thing is make a list and check it twice. Okay. You're going to do some Santa Claus here. Reach out to customers and not just once. One message, one post, one thing is not going to get you results. So make sure that you're reaching out to customers, following up, and kind of the sequence of how this would work is, happy holidays, just wanted to check on you. How are your products holding up, right? And then follow up with, do you have anyone that I can help you knock off, your list? Make sense? Even if you just did, friends, even if you just did 10 to 15 of these a day, how much could you possibly bring in those bonus orders? And that's going to take you just minutes to have those conversations. You look like a rock star. You look like you actually care about your customers, which I know you do. So you care about your customers. You're reaching out to them and asking, how can I help you right now? And oh, by the way, how are your products holding up, right? So do some solid customer service, and then, solve any problems that they have. And then also offer them the opportunity to use you as a personal shopper and knock some things off their list. Another thing is host your own party. Okay. Who's the host that never cancels and always does a good job? Okay. Right. It's you. So if you need extra volume, go ahead and host your own party. It could be a mystery host. It could be anything like that where you're loving on your customers. Maybe you offer them a special deal. People have money. Okay. I know people, for some reason in direct sales, we think that everybody stops spending money like on December 15th or whenever the shipping cutoff is. Friends, it's not true. People are still spending money. So especially if they got money for Christmas, or they've been in their kitchens, they've been in their closets, they've been in their makeup, and they're like, oh my gosh, I was missing all of these things over the holidays, clothing, everything, jewelry. I was missing all of these things. How they're going to want to buy it right after Christmas while it's fresh on their mind. So it's okay for you to, host your own party. And then if you still want to work, if you still want to bring in volume, offer after Christmas parties, offer parties that week between Christmas and New Year's. Make sense? People have that Christmas money and they want to shop. They're already in a shopping mood. They've been in the season of shopping. It's okay for you to do those parties. Okay. If you want to, again, you get to decide when you work your business. Okay. Because it's totally up to you, but I want to give you some ideas. So again, if you're pushing towards goals, friends, you've got to put the hustle in. Don't just stop at December 15th or 18th or whatever your shipping cutoff is. You got to put the hustle in. We want to ask ourselves the right questions, right? Why is this goal important to me? Why did I set this goal to begin with? If it was an arbitrary goal, it may not be important to you, but why is this goal that I have for December? Why is it important? And ask the question. Here's the right question to ask. Instead of looking at a really big number that you have to earn or sell or something like that, ask yourself, how am I going to make this happen? That's the question we have to ask when we're looking at big goals. How can I make this work? How can I make this happen? Don't just stare at the number and get overwhelmed. Make a plan and work the plan. So if I were you and I was staring at a goal that looked a little big for December, I would ask myself, how am I going to do this? Then I would take out a calendar. I would think about these ideas and I would think, okay, let me just map this stuff out on my calendar. Let me just get this done. I'm going to throw everything I can at it because this goal is important to me and I want to make sure that I meet this goal. So I hope that's helpful, friends. Just some last minute ideas, easier things that you can do that you can probably already add into your schedule and get some stuff done. Like, let's hustle and let's rock the end of the year. It's not over until it's over. Okay. So have a fabulous rest of your week and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye guys.